5 ways rich people make money with debt. One of the core rules of financial wisdom is avoid debt. While this may be true, it can also be very false. What if I told you you can actually make money through debt? And that is one of the many ways the rich are making their money today. In this video, we'll be discussing the 5 ways you could attain rich status and become financially affluent even while having some debt. Make sure to watch us all the way to the very end. Our top pick will blow your mind. Number 1, margin trading. This might sound like a huge businessy term to a lot of people, but it's pretty simple. Investing is a pretty common thing, but margin investing is quite different from regular investing. It requires a margin account. A margin account is a type of investing account in which the stockbroker lends you, the investor, extra cash or shares, while they use your account as collateral to buy securities. Margin trading is when a stockbroker adds buying power to your investment account to increase the number of trades that you can make and the size that you can trade. Trading using margin accounts allows you to purchase a higher dollar amount of stock than the actual money that you have. If a margin account is used to increase the size of your trades, then the result will be amplified. That means if you trade twice the size of the stocks you would have traded without the margin account, then your gains would be twice as large. However, it turns out to be losing a trade, your loss would be twice as much as well. Margin accounts enable investors to normally double the size of their overall trade positioning sizes if the stocks they buy are able to be used for full margin. For example, you could have $50,000 in your account, and your broker would loan you an extra $50,000, which means your $50,000 investment grants you $100,000 worth of buying power. With that, you can buy $100,000 worth of stock, and if the stock price appreciates, you get to pay back the loan and keep the profit. However, if things go sideways and you make a huge loss, you stand a chance of losing it all. Number 2, short selling. This is another financial term that would often go over most people's heads. However, this is just another way rich people make money from debt. If you've watched a financial-based TV show in the past, you must have come across the term short selling. But if you haven't, it basically is a way of betting against a certain security by getting an investor to loan some shares and then selling them, hoping the shares will decline. It simply reverses the order of buying and selling that is considered normal. As a short seller reverses the order of trading because they sell first and then buy back later, to put in perspective, you can borrow some stocks from your stockbroker and sell them to the buyer. As a result, you owe the stockbroker the shares. However, once you receive the cash from the buyer, you can then use it to purchase the stocks later when the shares decline to pay back the stockbroker for the loan of shares. So if you sell short for a much higher price than you purchase the stocks back later, you can get a profit using debt. You will also have to pay the margin interest on the position size when you sell a short stock, as well as any dividends due on the stock throughout the short period of time. Regardless, it's another way to make some money with that. Number 3, leverage in real estate. Leverage in real estate is another way of making money by using debt to increase the likely return on investment. Leveraging can be applied in a couple of situations, but the most basic examples of leveraging real estate is mortgage, where you can use your own money to leverage the purchase in most situations. A 20% down payment can get you the property and the house you want, which means you're using 80% leverage, and there are other mortgage programs that may allow you to put down less. For example, with a down payment of $10,000, a real estate investor can get a property worth $200,000 with a $2,000 monthly payment. Real estate investors are able to make returns on the total amount of loans, not just the money put into the investment. So if the property goes up 20% in value, increasing from the $200,000 to $240,000, then the $10,000 down payment has successfully created a 300% return, evident by the 40% investment return. Number 4, leveraged buyout. There is another form of leveraging that can help you make some money from debt. However, it involves companies instead of real estate. It happens when the buyer or a group of buyers of a company take a huge amount of debt as a part of the process of acquiring a company. They will use assets from the acquired company as collateral to buy the company with plans to pay back the debt later after the acquisition, using future cash flow from the same company. After the leveraged buyout, the buyer or group of buyers ends up with a controlling interest in the acquired company. Since the buyer or group of buyers now controls the company, they can set new goals for the company and reform the management team to achieve them. Number 5, hedge funds. Hedge funds are a way to make money through debt, as they are some of the major users of leverage and well known for generating abnormal returns. Several hedge funds lever up to 10 times their total assets, and billionaire hedge fund manager John Paulson has been able to leverage to turn investors into multimillionaires. However, this method also comes with its own risks. If the fund manager's investment thesis turns out to be incorrect, it can drive a hedge fund out of work, and then they lose all capital of all investors. It goes without saying, with great risk comes great reward. But these are some of the most tested ways of making money with debt. Thank you for watching this video. Hit the like button and drop your questions and thoughts in the comments section down below, and we'll see you guys later.